Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a favorites video. I don't do these every single month. I just find I don't always have products to share every month that I would say are favorites for me, but I've definitely accumulated quite a few things that I've been trying over the past few weeks that I love. So I wanted to share them all with you today. If you are new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you will stick around and subscribe, join our family here, and let's get into it. I'm going to start out with the sponsor of today's video, which is Dossier. If you're not familiar with Dossier, they produce luxury-inspired fragrances for a small fraction of the retail cost. What's great about Dossier is you are just paying for the fragrance. You're not paying for the packaging, the branding, or the name brand. You would just pay for the fragrance, which is why it's so affordable. Their fragrances range anywhere from $29 to $49. They have so many to choose from, and they're constantly adding new fragrances to the website. It's amazing, especially if you're like me and you don't love spending hundreds of dollars on fragrance. Let's be honest, spend a lot of my money on makeup, but I don't love to spend as much on fragrance, but I do like to smell good, and I feel like that is the truth for many of us. So I love Dossier and how affordable it is, so I can have multiple fragrances and not break the bank. Usually I like to share my go-to fragrance at the moment when I talk about Dossier. So right now, I would say this is like my signature fall scent. You may remember last year around this time, I mentioned this same scent, and it's because this is just a very fallish fragrance to me, and it is the Musky Musk scent, and this one is inspired by Juliet Has a Gun, the original Juliet Has a Gun, and I say this every time, and I feel like a broken record, but it really is true. This smells just like it, you guys. It smells just like it. So Juliet Has a Gun actually has very few notes in it. It's mainly cedarlox, which I don't even know what that means, but I love the smell of it. I love this one because it almost smells kind of masculine, but that's what I really like about it. It's very unique. I don't have anything else that smells like this. And this is one of those scents that I can spray on myself and I will smell it all day long. All day long. I will smell it on my clothes, on myself. It's just one of those fragrances that really lingers for me, and I just love it. This fragrance for me is my go-to around this time of year when it's finally fall and hopefully the temperatures are going to start coming down. Hopefully here in North Carolina, they definitely have not yet, but I'm hoping in the next few weeks that will start to happen. Another thing I love is the packaging on this. And I know it's very simple, but that's what I like about it. I really love a simple perfume bottle. I don't need anything super fancy, brightly colored or anything like that, especially if you're going to pay more for it. It's just not really my thing. I love how simple and sleek this is. You have a magnetic top. They do also list the notes for you, the top, middle, and base notes, which I really appreciate because I am not good at telling you what something smells like. I just don't know. I don't know how to describe things other than I like how it smells or I don't like how it smells. So I like that they do include the notes as well. I do have a discount code that I will put up on the screen for you. I believe it's just Blair 10. I will put it up on the screen and I will list my link below for you. Thank you so much to Dossier for continuing to support me and my channel. I've been partnering with them for quite a while now and I enjoy it and I'm so thankful for them. So thank you to them for sponsoring this portion of the video. All right, let's get into the rest of my favorites. I'm actually gonna start with hair this time. I don't talk about hair stuff a ton, but I've been really kind of focusing on the health of my hair over the past few months and trying to use less heat on it, and also just to protect it more when I do use heat. So the first product I wanted to talk about, I don't think I've ever talked about this before, but I have been using the Bumble Hairdresser Invisible Oil Primer in my hair, and I've been using this in two different ways. I've been applying this right when I get out of the shower. This is one of the products I apply first before I comb out my hair. And I also apply this right before I do use any type of heat on my hair. So today I actually used a curling iron to curl my hair, and I have a clip of it I'll insert here, but I basically curl my hair in multiple layers because I have so much hair. So I start with one, I spray the whole layer, kind of brush through it and give it a second to kind of dry down on my hair, and then I'll curl that section and go obviously over my whole head. So that's what I've been doing with both of these things. So this does two things for me. It protects my hair from the heat, which is very good. I definitely have not always been the best at using a heat protectant on my hair, but I definitely do now. I color my hair. I don't color my whole head, but I do have these lighter blonde pieces, so I like to kind of protect it as much as I can, especially since I do color it. So I've been using this for heat protection, and this somehow, I don't know if it's the oil in it, I don't know, but this helps my hair not be as frizzy when I get out of the shower, because I have a very frizzy hair type. My hair is very coarse, and if I don't apply some type of smoothing product right away, I get lots and lots of little frizzies all over my hair. I definitely don't have that smooth hair type. So that's what I've been using this for, and this I feel like has made a really big difference. It's kind of like an oil, but it's also a spray, so it's not super heavy. I applied this last night when I got out of the shower, and I also applied this. Now this I have talked about before, and I am still obsessed with it. This is by Biolage, and it's the all-in-one coconut infusion multi-benefit spray. I used to just use this one, but I started using both of these when my hair is damp, and I have been letting my hair air dry, and actually my hair has been looking much better than it typically does. When I air dry it, I actually almost didn't even curl my hair today. I almost just kind of left it natural, but then I wanted to share another product with you that's a curling iron, so I did end up curling it. But when I use these two products together and let my hair air dry, so no blow dryer, no nothing, it dries really pretty and smooth and just no frizzy flyaways, which is what I typically struggle with. My hair is kind of naturally wavy, so this morning when I woke up, it was pretty dry when I went to bed, but when I woke up this morning, it looked pretty good. And I don't normally say that about my hair when I've done nothing to it, but I definitely think it's from these two products. I also have been doing one thing religiously once a week, and it is using the Olaplex number 3. So basically what I do with this is I only wash my hair about once a week. So usually the morning of the day I'm gonna wash my hair, I will, after I work out, get in the shower, dampen my hair, get it all wet, get out of the shower, put it in a one of the hair drying towels. I can't think of what it's called, like the hair turban. Put it in there for about 10 minutes. Then I let it out and I cover my whole head with this. Put my hair in a low bun or up in a clip or something, and I leave this in all day, and then at night I rinse it out when I wash my hair. I don't know if it's just my imagination, but I really do think my hair has looked the best it's looked in a long time over the last few weeks, and I definitely think it's from these products because I haven't been switching it up. I've been doing the same thing every time, and I don't know, my hair is much healthier, feeling at least, than it ever has been. So those are the products that I've been loving for that. And the final hair thing is this, and I freaking love this. I talked about this on Instagram a week or so ago, but this is the GHD curve curling iron. It's 1 1/4 inch, I'm pretty sure. I just got this for my birthday. I've been using the same curling iron for about probably at least 5 years, and it just was not working. So you might have noticed over the past few months, I haven't been wearing my hair curly as often. And the reason for that is my hair was not curling with my curling iron. I think it was just old and it just wasn't heating evenly. So I wasn't getting much curl. Now I'm getting the curl. So hopefully, it's kind of hard. My hair is kind of cut out of the frame here, but this is so good. So, so good. I'm so happy to have this. I can put this or use this on my hair, and these curls will last in my hair for the rest of the week. Now, they don't stay as like tight of curls, obviously, after I sleep on them and brush my hair and all that, but this wave lasts all week. I'm not kidding. That's what I love. So I can do this once a week and just kind of let my hair go. From there, I'm not using a ton of heat, and when I am using it, I'm protecting it with this. So those are kind of my hair care staples for the last few weeks that I wanted to share. Okay, let's move into the makeup now. I have lots of things. I've tried out so much makeup, I feel like, over the last 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm only including things in this video that are true favorites. That's kind of why I don't do a monthly favorites every month, because I feel like it takes me a little bit to determine that something is a favorite. First thing is actually a primer, and I never put primers in this type of video because I've just never been a primer person, but I am absolutely loving this one, you guys. The Makeup Forever Redness Corrector Step 1. I just picked this up on a whim one day when I was in Sephora, and I absolutely love this. I've never been a huge fan of green primers in the past. I just didn't feel like they did a whole lot for me. This one, I feel like it does. Hopefully you'll see in the overlay clip. It doesn't obviously take out all the redness in my skin, but it just tones it down significantly so that I don't have to work as hard to cover it with concealer or foundation, which is amazing. And the other thing that's nice about this is my foundations lay so well over the top of this, like very smooth. It just gives a very natural skin-like finish, and I have been loving it. I used it today. I've been using it pretty much every day that I've done my makeup, and I highly recommend it. If you struggle with redness, any type of redness, mine is always in my cheek area. It's from little broken capillaries that I have in my face, and it's definitely hard to cover sometimes, so I love that this just kind of tones it down a bit. So if you struggle with redness, I would definitely recommend checking out that primer. Also, I guess this is also kind of a primer, kind of a setting spray, I don't know, but I have found a new setting spray, and it is the Milk Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. Do you see how much I've used of this? This is just a mini size, so it's not the full size, but I cannot stop using this. My favorite for a long time has been the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless, and I do love that one. I still love that one. Something about this one though, especially if you use it to prime your face. I've been spraying my face with this like 3 times throughout doing my makeup. I'll spray it first thing after this primer, then I'll spray it after I've done my foundation and concealer, and then I finish the makeup with this as well. And something about that is just really helping my makeup last on my skin. Obviously, at the end of the day, your makeup doesn't look the same typically as it did when you first applied it, but something about this really, I don't know, the makeup just seems to grip and stay on my skin really well with this. It has a very fine mister also, which I love. That's one thing I don't love about the Charlotte Tilbury one, is the mister is a little intense for me. It's not with this, and I have thoroughly enjoyed this. I definitely plan to buy the full size of this during the Sephora sale, and I love this. Moving on to the one and only foundation in this video. I know you're yelling at the screen because you know what it is, but I can't do a favorites without the Patrick Ta foundation. So this is his Major Skin Cream Foundation and Powder. I wear the shade Light number 3, and this is a pretty spot on match for me. I mean, I don't know that it could match me much better than it does. I'm not going to go on about this because I've used it in so many videos. I did a whole video on it, and if you saw that video, you know how I feel about this. This, for me, was an instant love. I did not have to warm up to this product. I knew that I loved it from the first application, and I'm not kidding. Now, I know this is a very polarizing product. People seem to either love this or hate it. I definitely fall in the love category. I think this is the most beautiful skin-like product, I mean, ever, that I've ever used on my face. It just looks like my face, but a more even version. That's the only way I can think to describe it. Now, one thing I did want to mention, because I've worn this so much over the last few weeks, I kind of know a little bit more about it now. This product, you must set very well with, in my experience, a setting spray. That is kind of where I discovered the magic of this from Milk. After I apply this foundation, I spray my face with this. I don't think it has to be this spray, but any setting spray. I find that because this is a cream product, if you don't set it really well, it is going to move around. It's not going to last on your skin, especially if you have oily skin. I do not. I have more of a normal leaning dry skin type, but I can definitely see where if you have super oily skin and you don't set this, you're gonna not love it because it's not gonna last on you. It's very, very movable, and that's what I love about it. That's why it looks so pretty to me, is because it moves with your skin. It looks like skin. So that is the one thing I would say. You must set this. You have to, like multiple times, with powder and with setting spray, in my opinion, if you want it to last. I also think if you have super oily skin, you definitely want to prime your face with your normal primer, whatever that is that works for your skin. That's the one thing with this product. I can definitely see if you don't set it well, how you wouldn't love it, because it's not going to last. Other than that, I think it is beautiful. It is not a full coverage product. That's the other thing. It's definitely, in my opinion, more on the natural side, which is my preference. I don't love something super heavy. I definitely think you could go heavy with this, but that's not where it shines to me. It shines by being very skin-like. I don't know how else to say it. I love it, and I can't stop using it, to be totally honest with you. So this definitely had to be in here. Also a favorite, my Stanley cup. If you saw my Target Old Navy haul I did a while ago, I told the story of this cup, but I randomly found it. I'd been wanting one. I found mine in a Dick's Sporting Goods store, and I do think this thing is worth the hype. It keeps your water ice cold for very, very, very long time. I love it. It's also cute. Obviously, you do not need a Stanley cup, but if you are curious, if you've been thinking about it, if you want one, I thoroughly enjoy mine. I've used it every day since I got it. And I think they just came out with a better or a more improved version of this. I'm not really sure what the changes are, but I know the new version is supposed to be even better than this one. I did want to mention it because it has been a favorite. Moving on to a concealer. And I bet this is not the one you think it's going to be. The concealer I have been using the most lately is actually the Huda Beauty. I think this is, gosh, now I can't remember the name, Luminous Matte Liquid Concealer. I know you probably thought I was gonna say the Charlotte Tilbury one. I do like that one, but I don't love it. I like it, I don't love it. And I can't really explain that other than, to me, it looks a little too dewy under my eyes. I just don't love the finish of it for under the eyes. Now, I think it's pretty on my face, but not under the eyes. Anyway, this is the one I've been going for because I can use this under my eyes. I can use it to spot conceal. In fact, I can use this and not use foundation at all. And I love how it looks. It is, I would describe it as more of a soft matte finish. I don't think it's luminous. I think maybe what they mean by luminous is it's not like a dry, flat matte formula. It has more of a satin finish, I would say. But this is a beautiful concealer. It gives amazing coverage. It has, I guess, kind of a bigger doe foot applicator. I wear this shade Coconut Flakes 2.7 neutral in this, and I really love it. I don't know, this kind of reminds me of Shape Tape, but better and not as heavy. But the overall consistency of it does kind of remind me of the hydrating Shape Tape. But I have been loving this, reaching for it constantly. This is what I have on my face today, and I really like it. This also lasts very, very well on me under my eyes, whether I set it or not. Today I did set it, but even the days when I have not, this has lasted really well on me, and I've really been enjoying it. So this has been my favorite concealer lately. I have also been loving my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Cream Bronzer in the shade Fair. This one definitely took me a little while to warm up to. I had the shade Medium originally. It was just not a great shade for me, so I did end up getting the Fair shade. And ever since I got the Fair, I use this constantly. This is what I have on today, and one of the reasons I love this is because it is that cream to powder formula. So it doesn't look dewy on your skin. It definitely looks matte. It looks like a cream to powder, exactly what the name or what the finish is described as. But the other thing I love is this lasts all day. I put this on and you can see it 12 hours later. It does not fade. It looks pretty over the type of foundation and skin tint that I like, which is typically more on the radiant side. I love that as well. I also love it as eyeshadow. If you are around my skin tone, I would definitely recommend the Fair shade. I was initially kind of scared of Fair because I thought it would be a little too cool toned for me, but it actually pulls kind of warm, kind of neutral to warm, I would say, on me. So if you're around my skin tone, I would highly, highly recommend the shade Fair. It's very pigmented, so you need the smallest bit of product to get a lot of impact, and I love it. This has been my go-to bronzer. Next, I have a blush or two blushes to talk about. This is a blush combo that I've been loving. I actually have been doing blush combo reels on my Instagram. Shameless plug, go follow me on Instagram at simply.blair. I've been doing kind of weekly blush combo reels, and this is the one I've been going for so much ever since I tried it. It's what I have on today, and it's the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Encourage. This is, let's see, I guess this is my most recent Rare Beauty blush. I also have Hope and Happy, but Encourage is just a very neutral, kind of rosy pink. So that is what I have on today, and I have it topped with this. So this is from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Cheek to Chic blush in Pillow Talk. I think it's the tones of these two just go really well together. They're both kind of that rosy nude color. These two together, you guys, are perfection. Perfection. I have worn this so much since I discovered this combination together. I love it. If you are not familiar with Charlotte Tilbury's blushes, they are definitely more on the luminous side. You kind of get more of a light highlighter shade in this one, and then more of the rosy shade on the outside. These are so pretty if you like a luminous blush. Paired with this color and Courage, it's been my favorite. Oh, I did also want to mention this brush. So this is what I've been using for my cream blushes, liquid blushes lately. It's the Real Techniques Tapered Cheek Brush. So I used this today for the Rare Beauty blush, and I literally put the Rare Beauty on my hand, take the brush, and kind of build it up on the brush, and then just kind of tap it on my face. This is the perfect size for cream blush and bronzer, but I've been using it for cream blush. It's a great brush. It's like $8 or $9, and I have been absolutely loving it. So I wanted to mention the brush as well. So I have two eye products that I've been going for so much. If you watch my content a lot, you won't be surprised by this. But the first one is this from Ilia. So this is one of their liquid powder eye tints. And this one is the shade Adobe. I did an Instagram video on this as well. But this is the best warm brown, just slightly darker than my skin tone. This gives just a hint of that warm brown color. It's so easy to apply. I literally just swipe it on, take any fluffy eyeshadow brush, blend it all over, and you're good to go. It's also a matte finish, and it does set down. It sets down and it stays all day. This has been just a everyday go-to. Since I tried it, I wear this alone all the time. And then the other eye product that you've seen me use this in video over and over and over, but this has been my go-to eyeshadow, and it's the Charlotte Tilbury Super Nudes Easy Eye Palette. So these are 6 neutral shades. You literally get every single thing you would need in here. You get some warm browns, a black, a deep purple, a gray, and more of a cream color. This little palette has just been my go-to. I can't tell you how many times in the past few weeks I just reach for this, put a little bit of this warm brown over this eye tint, take a little bit of this cream color and pop that on my lid. That's what I did today. You can also do shadow liner with the darker colors. You get a really good gray that you can use as a really good contouring shade for your eyelid or for your eye socket, I guess. This is so good, you guys. So good. If you need a really good everyday, you can do anything you want with it palette, this is so good. I also love the formula on these shadows. They're kind of a satiny finish. They're not matte, but they're not glittery. They're kind of, I don't know, very silky, have a little bit of a sheen to them. Let me see if I can swatch this shade. So that is the lightest shade in the palette. It's like just a warm brown. It looks so pretty paired with that Ilia shadow, and hopefully you can see it just has a little bit of a sheen to it. I love it. This little palette is great. It's tiny, so it's easy to take with you. And this has been what I've been reaching for. I haven't been using a particular mascara, but I have been using this lash primer. Again, you've probably seen it in my videos, but I absolutely love the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. This was a very pleasant surprise. I just bought it one day when I was in Ulta because I was watching someone's video on mascara. I don't remember who it was. And someone in the comments, or several people, were saying this was like their holy grail lash primer. So I bought it and I absolutely love this. This is the first time I've ever tried a lash primer and actually enjoyed it. And this one is $4.99, which makes it even better. This is what the wand looks like. So it's just a standard wand, white in color, and I don't know what this does. I don't know how to even describe why I like it, other than I feel like my mascara just really sticks and adheres to my lashes and makes them look thicker, which makes my eyes look larger and my lashes look fuller. I don't know. My mascara has been going on really well every time I use this. Today I used it with Maybelline Sky High in brown, and I love it. I think this makes a really big difference in terms of volume in my lashes and also keeping them from smudging. I feel like I've had much less issue with mascara smudging on my eyes since I've been using this. I don't know if that's just me making that up, but I feel like I've noticed it. So highly recommend this. I've tried tons of eye primers. I've tried the Dior one that everybody loves, and this one is better to me. I love it. Definitely give that one a try. Another kind of random thing that I've been loving is this little powder puff from e.l.f. I've used this in a few videos, and I am consistently using this to set my face, especially for like my T-zone area, even under my eyes. I've been using this little puff, and I'm gonna link it. It's from Target. It's called the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder Puff, but it's very hard to find. I'm really sorry. I'm guessing it will still be out of stock when this video goes up, but check your local Target. I had to go to several of them to find any of these in stock, and it's just a great little puff. It's like $4 and it's cute, number one, but it's perfect for just getting right on the sides of your nose, under your eyes. It's amazing. I love it. It's affordable. Definitely recommend if you can get your hands on one. And finally, I have a lip combo to share with you. This has been my favorite lip combo of all the things I've tried recently, and these are not really new things to my collection, but the first thing is this lip liner. This is Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat, but it's not Pillow Talk and it's not Iconic Nude. It's Love Trap. Love Trap to me is so underrated from Charlotte Tilbury. No one talks about this lip liner, but this is such a beautiful color. So that is it there. It's not quite as bright pink as Pillow Talk, but it's not as brown and nude as Iconic Nude. It's like the perfect balance of the two together, but no one talks about this color. I'm not sure why. This has been my go-to Charlotte Tilbury lip liner from somebody who has almost all of them. This color is just so beautiful, especially for fall. It goes with everything. But the one product I've been pairing it with the most is what I have on today, and it's this from Tarte. It's the Maracuja Juicy Plump in the shade Primrose. So this one is kind of a rosy pink. I'll swatch it next to the lip liner for you. But this combo together, such perfection. This is just a really beautiful rosy pink. It's kind of similar to the Encourage blush from Rare Beauty, but paired with Love Trap. So good, so good. If you like more of a pink, a little bit of a deeper pink, not quite as bright as Pillow Talk, this combo, so good. All right, you guys, that is it for everything that I've been loving over the past few weeks. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really, truly have been using all of these things so much so that I wanted to make a whole video about them. That's why I like to be a little more strategic with these favorites videos, but these are all things that I've been using and loving so much. So I hope you enjoy. I will list and link everything below, and thank you again to Dossier for partnering with me on a portion of the video. I will list my link and my discount code below for you. If you are new, I hope you'll stick around and subscribe, and make sure to follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1, and I will see you guys next time for another video. Remember, simply be you. Bye.